I think I love creation so much. I love making art because it comes from the heart. Your mind merely helps you create what you feel. This is why when you begin to create, it is like you are under a spell or in a headspace that only knows the now, the present moment, which is of course the only one that truly exists. So besides being a form of self-expression, art is also liberating for allowing you to enter into a timeless zone. I'm sure we've all felt that feeling when we're deep in a project and our mind just kind of feels fuzzy and we don't know what time it is and maybe hours have gone by. When I went to the mental hospital, that was my favorite time of day, was getting to create and just play with different stickers and colored pencils and markers. So nowadays, when I can't seem to get out of bed and I'm lying there like a closed book going over my own plot, sometimes the only thing that gets me up is writing poetry, just my pencil to a piece of paper in any way. Because then I remember how much I'm capable of and how much freedom there is. On a mere piece of paper, I've had breakthroughs. So, if anything, create.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me. I hope you like that little intro. I just wanted to talk about art today because I am someone who loves to create. Ever since I was little, that was my happy place. Any craft that I could get my hands on, any kind of medium, I was all for it. Gosh, it was so great, and I was never bored when I was alone because I had so much to create. In middle school, I was part of this art group or art club that would meet twice a week for an hour in the morning. We were all supposed to make little superheroes, and my superhero its superpower was to travel the world and rid the world of ugly outfits. Can you guys believe that? Like, I have always been the same. I always loved fashion and dressing up and just creating looks. That superhero thing that I made actually got into a museum when I was literally like 10 years old or something, and it was just the best time in the world. I loved it, and as I got older, I stopped creating as much because I started going to high school, I started dating, and the main reason was that I started taking art classes, just basic fundamental art classes, and the things that I would create, I would always be so happy about and I would love, and then the teacher would just shoot it down and be like, nope, that's not right, or that's not what the prompt said to do. And I never thought that art should be like that, and I just kind of stopped creating for a while. I stopped being inspired. Here I am now in the present moment, and recently, like these past few weeks, I have been creating so much and trying so many different kinds of art, and it has been so fun, and I feel so connected to all those years, and I feel like I just kind of remembered something. I just remembered how passionate I am about just having a paintbrush in my hand or having something to mold or having a pair of pliers. Like, I really have been setting aside time to try new different kinds of art, and I wanted to share with you guys this website that I've been using called Skillshare, and it has over 15,000 art classes, and I have been dipping my toe into every single one. It's like I'm at an ice cream shop and I'm just trying every single flavor. I think that's why I've been so happy lately, just because I've had this meditation that is art. I've been able to experiment and to express how I'm feeling. So the classes that I've been taking are watercolor and sketchbook drawing and video editing. There are even yoga classes on there, which I just discovered. There are freaking yoga classes. There are sewing classes. You can sew a yoga bag and a bunch of other really cool things. And one of my favorites has been watercolor. I painted my mom like a bouquet of flowers. This is like my scrap. This is like my scrap piece of paper, I guess, from that. So I was trying a few different techniques that I learned, and I painted her a really pretty bouquet of flowers, which I didn't take a picture of, but I mailed that to her for Mother's Day, and I took some calligraphy classes too, and it just had a little note, and I sent her some flowers as well to her door, and that was so nice to be able to give my mom something handmade. That's something that I did all the time growing up, and it felt so good to do that again. I was like, wow, I feel like a kid again. In Buddhism, I think that something that is kind of talked about a lot is going back to that childlike state where you just feel so happy and at peace and carefree and weightless, and that's how I feel when I'm really making any kind of art. This website has so many options, and it's perfect for someone who doesn't actually want to go to art school and still wants to learn about different kinds of art, especially video editing and using different softwares, because this month I downloaded Adobe Premiere, which is a more I think professional editing software. I use Final Cut and iMovie, but I was like, maybe I should take my editing to the next level and try Adobe Premiere. And so I downloaded that, and it's been a slow but steady process. I've been taking classes for that on Skillshare, and I also took some classes on Final Cut Pro because I just wanted to see what I could do with that. And I've literally looked up classes in New York for these different things, and they're like $300, and on Skillshare it's $10 a month for unlimited classes. That's insane to me, and it's the best investment that I've ever made. And if you guys want to try it, I will have a link down below where you can get 2 months free, so please just check it out. It's literally so fun, and anything that you want to learn, it's probably on there. I feel like there's probably vegan cooking classes on there too. There are also poetry classes, which I just talked about in a vlog, how I had never taken a poetry class, and I'm going to start doing that. You can see what other people have said about the class, how many people have taken it, and what their rating was. Like pretty much all the classes have like 90 to 100% thumbs up. I got a sewing machine a few months ago, and I've used it for like repairing clothing, I've used it for making underwear and little things like that, but I'm so excited to use it more and have little prompts. And the thing about this is that like you're not being graded on it, it's just for your own fun. It's just to learn a trade. I feel like art is like soul food, and I get so many emails from different like fashion companies and things like that that are obviously supporting basically slave labor and exploiting their workers, and I decided for myself that I'm not going to support any industries like that. So when companies like this reach out to me, I get so happy because they're just amazing. They're good for your soul. Creation is so good for your soul. And not only that, but it can help you further yourself in your career and in your societal goals, if you will. So I just only want to support things like this that are actually good for your spirit and for your soul and are just really fun and ethical. It's not hurting anyone. So here we are. I just typed in sewing and I get all of these results. This is how many people have tried the class, and that's the percentage of thumbs up that it got, the rating. I also saw they have a lot of monogram embroidery, which is really cool. Cross stitch beginners, oh my god. Save, and I can go back to this later. This is so cute. But yeah, so it starts off with a little introduction, a trailer, get to know the person, what you'll be doing in the class. Like, this shit is just dope. I love it. I am so glad that I got to share this with you. Don't forget that you can click the link down below for 2 free months of this website. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!